everyone, my name's Lynn. I hope everyone is keeping really well. Now in this video I'm going to show you how to repot a cactus. It is a thing that everybody dreads when you have to repot your cactus. So what I'm going to do, because cacti can come in many different shapes and sizes, I'm going to show you two very different cacti, one bowl cactus and one tall cactus, and also two very different pots, one clay pot and one plastic pot. And I hope you pick up some tips along the way and you'll enjoy the video. Now, before you start to pot, make sure that you choose a pot that's just the next size up to the previous one. Don't go too big a pot because cacti are actually better underpotted than overpotted. So choose, in this case, the next size up, which is that size there. Now, what I found with clay pots is that when you go to repot them, because the roots tend to stick round the sides, it's really difficult to get the plant out of the pot. So what I do is I actually crack the pot. Now, in this case, this will be a good tip for you, is to actually put some sellotape, masking tape, all around the pot, like so, like that. And then put it. Now what this does is that when you go to crack the pot with a hammer, because you won't be able to get it out any other way, crack it with a hammer, then that actually stops all these shards hitting at you, because sometimes all the little bits of clay can go into the air and gosh forbid, hit you in the eye or anything like that. So it's a good little tip. It means it will keep it all together. Now, with the clay pots, the best thing to do, especially with a very spiny cactus like this, is don't use bubble wrap to repot. It's hopeless. And even gloves like this, they help to some degree, but the spines go straight through. So I find having a cardboard box like this, a small cardboard box, depending on the size of the plant, fill it out with tons and tons of newspaper like this, pick the plant up, turn it gently onto its side like that, so it's nestled against the newspaper so it won't come to any harm. Now, get the hammer and gently sort of hold the pot like that, there. Get the hammer, give it one good whack. There you go. And then gently turn it around. So you don't have to touch the plant at all, the spines, because the plant's not getting damaged at all. Look, turn it round. It's cushioned. And then another big, yay. And then gently again, turn it round again. So make sure the pot is it's already becoming loose. And then if it gets caught in the spine, just gently pull it away. The plant's not coming to any harm at all. And then another good whack. Yay! Now once you've given it a good bang and it's all come apart like that, take the sellotape away and then gently, be very careful in doing this because some of this can be very sharp, some of the crop. Gently take it away, put it away. Like so. Now you can see why it's a good idea to use tape, because if you're banging the crock pot and all this can flying out everywhere, it can be quite dangerous and very sharp. So the tape holds it all together, so it's much easier as well just to dispose of like that. Now when it comes to repotting, it's a great opportunity for you to check the root system, because if there's any roots that look like they're dead or decaying or anything like that, you can cut them back. But in this case, it's got a good root system, it's a healthy plant. Look at that, it's nice and compact. Now, as well as good gloves, what I find is really helpful for picking the cactus up is lots and lots of newspaper again. So gently placing it on there, especially with a very spiny one like this one. Now make sure that obviously you've checked all the root system and everything's good, and gently lift it across. If you're using a pot that you've used before, make sure that the pot's been completely sterilised, and then gently place the plant into the pot like so. Gently pulling off the newspaper. Now this is the fiddly bit. Now what you do is you make sure that where there's a gap all around the sides that you completely fill it in. In this case I'm using a very tiny teaspoon with cactus compots, and gently going round, all around the sides, make sure it's completely filled. And then what you can do, if in this case, because the spines are very, very long, is when you get it, give it a bit of a squeeze, and show you there, it actually, the soil falls down the side there, like so. And then you turn it round, you keep turning it to make sure that it's completely, the soil is completely round all the edge. Now this could take quite a while because the spines don't make it easy to push it in, but what you make sure is you put it all around the sides, and then what you can do, in this case I made this myself out of some like wire, but you can use a coat hanger as well that can fit right in the side of the pots like that, so you can scoop down all the soil and then you can push it in to make sure that the soil is, as well as squeezing it so it all falls down, push it down as far as possible. And then keep filling it up. Then you carry on with that until the soil is completely all the way around the sides and completely up to the top. Now plastic pots are a lot easier than clay pots. Now what I've done with this first of all is, because this plant has multiple stems, to stop it from getting damaged during the repotting process, I've put lots of cardboard around each stem so they're not going to damage or pierce each other. It just protects the plant. Now with the pots, plastic pots are brilliant because you can give them a really, really good squeeze beforehand. And also what I've done here is I've used a ruler here, which is obviously smoothed off at the end. You can use a scalpel or anything like that, anything that's not sharp, and go round the edges of the pot like so. And now I've already gone round with this all the way around, so it's loosened up. And then give it a really, really good squeeze. So you're squeezing it, loosening it up as much as possible so it's ready to come out. Then the next thing I do then is, of course, the good old newspaper again. Loaded that in my hand. Pick the plant up, gently press that against the plant so I'm not hurting my hand or the plant. Lean it against another big piece of cardboard box again, and turn it to its side like so. Make sure that it's on there, and then the pot that's all, gently loosen it away with a hand, give it a good old squeeze again, gently, and then pull away, and it's as simple as that. Look, again, this is another good opportunity to completely check the root system, check there's no bugs or the roots aren't damaged. In this case it's got a lovely compact root system and the roots are all healthy, which is great. Now, in the case of a tall cactus like this, I think the best thing to do is to put a load of newspaper around the base of the plant to support the plant rather than putting your hands over the roots. Then gently, very gently, the newspaper underneath, gently lift up the plant, very gently, turn it into the pot, supporting it. It's great to take the newspaper gently away, like so, and then making sure it fits into the pot, perfect. Gently taking away the newspaper and the cardboard pieces around the stems. Now when you've got it into its new pot, make sure that the plant is central in the pot. Also make sure that the pot you've moved into, the next size up, you leave at least ½ an inch gap between the old size pot and the new pot, so you're able to put the soil into it. Now I've already put soil onto this side, so make sure again you've got room to put the soil in like so, and then squash it all the way down, soil as well into this side, to both sides. And then the good thing is with plastic pots you can keep squeezing them so the soil goes right down to the very, very bottom, and also the soil into there. Now this can take quite a while, so I'm going to carry on doing this, and obviously squeezing the pot so the soil goes right down to the very bottom, pushing it right down to the very, very bottom there, like so. So it's well wedged in, like that. Make sure it's all pushed in. There you go. Now this is going to take a while for me to finish the plant off, but I hope you found this really, really useful, and loads of tips about how to repot a cactus. So I want to send this opportunity to send you loads of love and happiness and positive energy from Ireland, and please like, share and subscribe, and until the next video I want to send you loads of love. Bye.